Hello twin flames, welcome to my channel and welcome to your daily energy check. Today we're gonna dive straight into the reading. I have my love oracle deck for you with love guidance to pull at the end of the reading, so that would be our third question for today. I'm back with the guides of the Hidden Realms deck. They are funny, a little bit look like aliens, but yeah, supposed to be guides, ancestors, everyone. And I've also gotten I brought the Souls on Fire deck from Soulful Revolution, which I also haven't used in such a long time. I am excited. Oh, there you go. That's how excited I am. I'm gonna knock everything over. Okay, let's start with an oracle deck from the oracle message from the guides of the Hidden Realms. If you enjoy my readings, please don't forget to like and to subscribe to my channel. It really helps me circulate these messages with more people. And the latest on Mindfully Awake, just if you haven't heard so yet, it's the topic of patience that I was uncovering in a Friday's episode. There is definitely a post on the community tab. There's also a link to the Mindfully Awake playlist in the description box where you can find the recording of the episode. Okay, we've got two cards. You know what? I'm gonna take one for the masculines, one for the feminines. Haven't seen which one's which. For the feminine, we've got number 20, the consequence of fear. Contraction, frequency of fear, self-fulfilling prophecy. Yeah, it's like if you're living in lack mentality, or like in layman's terms, if you believe that you're gonna get in trouble today, that the trouble is gonna find you, basically, that's unavoidable, then that's what's gonna happen to you, because that's the reality you're attracting towards yourself. Sometimes when people manifest something, they are manifesting what they don't want, and that's another way to attract more of the opposite of what you want. And it may be a little counterintuitive, but that's why it's really important. Once you understand what you don't want, it's supposed to clarify for you what you do want to bring up. And the third thing I'm gonna say is the opposite of the fear frequency works as well. So if you get yourself into the high frequency vibe, even if that state or the way you got there is not directly related to what you're manifesting, it doesn't matter. It's energy, it's frequency. From quantum physics perspective, energy doesn't know that, I don't know, maybe you had a great lunch and you were super high vibe, right? Or you had a wonderful date with your loved one and you're all happy and elated, right? But actually what you're manifesting is a new job that would be a job of your dreams, right? But it will still work. So when you're hearing the guidance of acting as if, or getting into the energy as if you already have what you ask, if you're struggling with that, this could be your life hack idea. For masculines, we see what, number 14 by the way, what is holy, what is true. Yesterday's reading was a lot about the topic of truth for the masculine. Appreciation, witnessing the unmerited gift of grace. Yeah, so this is more like I want to understand better, not just, create or impose my will onto others, right? I want to understand what is the natural way, what is the divine guidance in this situation. Beautiful. Okay, let's go into the pink deck. I'm gonna give it a quick shuffle. Bottom of the deck, Three of Cups. Yeah, you see the energy of happiness, of joy, right? I mean, I'm not promoting going out to a bar and drinking, but I would say it's a weird light above me, isn't it? Just now realizing it. But the idea remains, and maybe just this time it is. Why not? Don't think that it's like, oh, it's not very spiritual, so it's not gonna help me with my very spiritual goals. Yes, it will. The vibration is still a pretty relative thing, so maybe you can aim for something higher than drinking in a bar in terms of like how high your energy can go, right? How clean it would be. But if that's essentially what makes you very, very happy, then why not? The Hierophant, yeah. You know, like what are you used to? What's the tradition? It's not necessarily reinventing the wheel. Sometimes it's going for what works for you, you know, what you know always brings up your mood. Maybe it's listening and dancing to your favorite music. I mean, I know, speaking, you know, from my own point of view, but still. Feminines, you have Knight of Wands clarified by Page of Wands. It's like Knight of Wands is almost like talking to a younger self, right? Or remembering how you were before and understanding where you are now, right? Or how, for some, how quickly you're moving now in your development compared to some time ago when it seemed a lot more of the same stuff over and over again, right? And now life is an adventure. Knight of Wands is kind of a little absent-minded, a little, you know, with his head in the clouds, but also very determined, very passionate, right? Just going at it. Very different from this energy where the person is walking away from some kind of a situation with his head down and covering up, kind of like in fear or in guilt and shame or something along those lines, right? So you own it now, and that's the win. And you can tell the younger version of yourself that, you know, things are coming together, you're gonna get there, you're gonna get that confidence, you're gonna be able to push forward even with really ambitious goals. And that could be part of your inner work or inner child work even. For masculines, we see the Sun clarified by Queen of Wands. We're going further and further. It's Page, Knight, Queen. I wouldn't be surprised if we have King somewhere as well. Haven't seen the cards yet. But yeah, for the masculines, their source of joy and inspiration is the feminine. Surprise, surprise. But they're still discovering, like, it's still fresh. Even if they've known their feminine for years, their main amazement that I'm hearing in this message is that they always find out something new. They always find some kind of new angle to the feminine, to their personality, to who they are. And it's always new, you know. They never feel like, oh, okay, this person is now boring to me because I've learned everything about them, right? Like, I know their life, I know their character, their persona, whatever. Like, it's clear to me now. No, it's like every time I think I've gotten this person now I understand, then something new comes in and I'm baffled again. But overall, for feminines who may be thinking, is that a good thing? I don't know. Masculines also don't fully know how they feel in the moment. In the moment it can be stressful, but overall it makes them very happy. Like, that's a very attractive aspect of the connection to them, this newness, the understanding that they don't really know a lot. It's actually interesting because even in the Sun card there's a feminine here. Some of them feel like their happiness directly depends on the happiness of their feminine. Additional question. And now from happiness to Three of Swords. Three of Swords clarified by 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, so when did we have our heart broken in terms of thinking family and abundance long term? Where did we have an image, a vision, and then it all went out of the window because of something? For the feminines, the clarification is Justice, clarified by Queen of Swords. Yeah, both of them again are very like about air, you know, that sword energy, about the balance, about, quite literally in this case, about the balance, the truth. Like, the feminines would understand that their vision of the future was overcompensation for what they didn't have before, to close the gap, the void, the wound, right? And not necessarily something that was balanced for both of the counterparts. But since then, they've been able to heal more. And now they understand that the truth is that the plan is coming together, even though it seems like the original plan didn't work out or didn't happen or is not coming together. There's a better plan, the divine plan, that's coming together, and there is a recognition that it's a more authentic plan, that it's not even maybe a plan, but it's just like that things fall together more naturally, right? And they can see now how it makes sense, because like maybe when event 1, 2, or 3 was happening, it wasn't really clear what's the connection, how will that make me happy, or how will this get me to my divine masculine. But now it's step 5, 6, 7, it's becoming clear that this is a great way and everything's working out as expected. For masculines, the clarification is 5 of Wands clarified by 8 of Wands. A lot of wands here. So masculines have been definitely impacted by other people in their life. A lot of them were impacted by friends, some of them by their parents, family, or maybe by their previous family, like was a previous karmic partner, where they had, because of that, whether it was positive or negative experience, but they had, based on that, they had a certain vision for this connection and the future. But they are getting downloads that that vision wasn't really theirs even, or it wasn't necessarily something that would make them happy, even on their side of the fence, so to speak, not to mention the feminine. So it's like, it's not even really a plan that makes me happy, and definitely not the plan that makes us happy. So why would I go with it anyway, right? So there is that change of direction. But yeah, it's painful in the first moment because maybe you've already invested a lot in it, right? And it's hard to accept that seemingly it was all for nothing. Of course it wasn't. Newsflash. But it may seem so, right? But then the acceptance of how that was necessary and how actually the new plan is going to emerge based on the more natural state, and that's going to be true story. That's even more valuable. Okay, let's get messages in love for divine feminines watching. We got boat and heartbroken. Well, I already kind of explained about the heartbroken. Sad, separation, feeling lost, grieving, mourning. Yeah, it's like the old image of the future is gone. And until you have a stable understanding of the new one, there will be that sadness and grieving. Both receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure, right? So as soon as you move out of the fear, the frequency of fear, and the contraction or resistance to what is coming through for you, then the boat can come into the harbor, right? Then those blessings can really come in. For some, it's about closure on an old story, that you're finally receiving a closure. And remember that sometimes it happens when we actually talk to the person, so we are there together. Sometimes we don't have a chance to do that, or we don't really need to, right? Maybe it's too painful, but you can still get a closure. And if there's something right now that you are still heartbroken about, that you're looking to get closure on, please ask your guides to show you how you can do that. What do we have for the masculines? Messages in love for the masculines. Twin flames and the phoenix. Wow, I like that both of them have kind of similarity in the pattern. Wow. So twin flames, obviously, Zen, balance, union, complement each other, yin yang. The phoenix, new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, changed mind. So you're starting fresh with your twin flame in a changed mind, from a changed mindset. And that's why I'm saying it's going to be a new plan, but you understand that the old plan wasn't even yours, right? So now it's like a true realization of what do you actually want, what makes you happy, divine masculine, and understanding what is holy, what is true, right? Helps bring about transformation to the core and bring about new start with your twin. Okay, I hope this was useful to you guys. I am gonna leave it here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love you all. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. And until next time,